we are, ladies and gentlemen, on ESV Cloud Kingdom, and in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have our Orange Protoss player, representative of Type/alternate attacks. It is Real. And his opponent, down in the bottom left-hand corner, trying to tie things back up for Acer, their lone Protoss player in the red. It is Elfi.
Yeah, I do not think that Real is going to get an easy win this game. Elfi is pretty good. He's had some decent results lately. He's certainly made a name for himself in Europe and also at some international events as well. Mm-hmm. But it's PvP, so like any mirror matchup, it can be very volatile. Cloud Kingdom is a cool map for PvP, though. It's definitely a good map for fast expanding on, which is what a lot of Protoss players have been wanting to do lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, especially we've seen a lot of the 2-gate robo fast expand lately, and I think this is just, the perfect map for something like that.
Yeah, very much so, and we've seen it pulled off quite a bit lately, and, hello, Real, throwing down a 10-gate, so maybe he does want another quick win. Maybe. he's certainly going to try. We'll see how much Chrono Boost he saves up. I mean, we've seen some players go after 10 and 11 gates in Korea, and then they end up transitioning to a super unbelievably quick 3-gate attack. Hits around like 525 to 530, sometimes even shorter than that, depending on how much Chrono Boost they save up. So it relies on, quite good control and making sure that you can get up underneath your opponent's base with a forward pylon very early on.
Yeah.
But it could be something that we see out of Real.
I was actually talking to Infinity 7's Axlab about this build just the other day, and he says it's great. I mean, we'll see if Real does decide to do it, but the really fast 3-gate, he said it's great because it hits about as fast and about as hard as a 4-gate would, but it's not all in. You can easily expand out of it. You don't have to cut probes or anything like that. So he just sees it as one of the really, really good new openings in PvP. So I think it'd be a good choice by Real. I'll have to see if he does decide to go for that.
Now, of course, Elfi will be able to click on the cybernetic score and see how far along that is, and notice that that's quite far along. Real actually already producing his first Zealot now, as we can see both players are sitting on 16 workers at the moment. Elfi then starts a Zealot in response as well.
So, no really fast stalker opening from either of these guys or anything like that, of course.
So much Chrono Boost saved up. He's going to have enough for 3 more by the time this finishes.
Yeah, it's really kind of the tell above all things is the amount of Chrono Boost that's been saved. As we can see, Elfi not quite saving the same amount. He's actually is saving quite a bit now. Interesting.
May go to Stalkers as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's just going to use it on units rather than Warp Gate research. That makes more sense, getting a second gas right away.
All right, well, Real, he's already got his first Zealot out and trying to take down this probe, and does. Pretty good juke move there by Real. We'll see, there's gateway number 2 and 3. Now, of course, he is going to need a forward pylon down very, very quickly. Zealots will be able to catch that probe in just a bit, but he'll want to start doing some forward warp-ins right away.
Oh, Real actually got that probe out just in time. Yes. The Stalker would have ended that party really, really fast. But there's still a lot of good places to hide pylons on this map. Looks like he's going to just push along with the probe here.
Yeah, so he'll try and make his way back up the ramp. Oh, there is a Stalker there, but it's not able to take out the probe. However, this pylon is going to fall pretty quickly. Is he going to be able to save it? No!
No, cancel.
And it outright dies.
And he loses the probe. Oh, man.
That's a disaster.
No
that
kidding.
Is a disaster for Real, and he's lost a Stalker.
Oh, yeah, this push is definitely over.
Yeah.
And he knows it, in fact. Yeah, he's throwing down that Twilight Council right away. He's like, all right, well, so much for that.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. Twilight Council second gas, so we're going to probably see some Blink play pretty soon as a follow-up from Real. But, it's okay. This isn't all in or anything like that, so it's not like he's really that far behind. He still has tech before his opponent does.
Yeah.
So, Real's still in perfectly fine shape. This game could go either way, and there's the Twilight Council from Elfi. It's going to be a little bit later, of course, though.
Yes.
Yeah. What if we're going to see a robo from one of our players as well?
We'll find out in just a bit. Elfi doing a nice job playing the defensive game. Already has sentries out to defend as well.
It seems like the trend lately is to go 3-gate Blinkstalker without the robo. A lot of players have just been skipping the robo for a while, but no, it's going to be a Dark Shrine from Real. Okay.
And
cool.
And a robo goes up that very second for Elfi, so he will have observers when he needs them. So Elfi is going to be more than prepared. Things not looking so hot for real at the moment.
Well, this is really interesting, actually, because we can, you know, if you've watched some of the GSL matches too recently, you'll see a lot more players going for Dark Shrine in PvP, and it is kind of a response to a lot of players going for Blinkstalker without the Robo. But in this case, Acer.Elfi, as we can see, is going for the Robo. So yeah, the DTs are probably not going to be very effective unless he happens to get one in, you know, when like there's an observer across the map or something like that. Elfi might make one, but you know, we've seen a lot of players, if they go for Robo, they make two right away. They make one to send to their opponent's base and one to keep it home in case DTs come.
And there we go. It is going to be a DT expand. Elfi going to be sitting on 4 gates with a Robo with Twilight Council for Blink. So we'll see how quickly this observer picks up on things, as the Dark Shrine's still about 13 seconds away, and there's a possibility that this observer is going to move out just as soon as those DTs warp in.
I think you're absolutely right.
Oh, God.
And where's the... Oh, my goodness.
Is he going
gracious.
to see the DTs?
Oh,
he does!
He sees one.
Oh, he should be able to turn around, and now Elfi... they catch back into view. Bye-bye, DTs. And with that, maybe... he tries to force field those in. Unfortunately, doesn't get them.
Yeah, you need 2 for that ramp, right? It's a little bit too wide, I think.
Yeah,
I believe you do.
Can you do it with one? I think you may be able to if you drop it right in the middle.
Again, I don't play Protoss, so I've never force fielded that ramp personally. But here's the thing: at this point, Real's in huge trouble. He's expanded after this. He's got 2 more gateways on the way. But if you invest so much in the Dark Shrine and the DTs, you take a lot of time, you take a lot of resources doing that. Elfi, in the meantime, just made 4 gates, and he's got Blink. Yeah. There's a good chance he's just going to be able to have enough stuff to kind of roll over his opponent here.
Yeah, I definitely think that's not just a possibility, but probably going to happen.
A likelihood, even.
Yes, I concur.
Probability.
I concur. All right, well, here comes Elfi now, makes his way up the ramp, and we'll start to blink back those units one by one. Actually, loses a Stalker there and blinks back everything, so a little bit interesting control there. We do have DTs making their way in, though, down at the south, but I'm sure that Elfi is going to be aware that's a possibility. Yeah, there we go.
Observer and a couple Zealots will be fine. And it looks like Elfi putting some pressure onto this Nexus here. Big army. Playing it very, very safe, though, very cautiously. He's got enough to take out this army right now, but he didn't want to engage with Guardian Shield up, wanted to make sure it was the optimal time to fight the army, and now he's just going to be able to kill this Nexus. I don't even think we're going to see Real try to save it at this point.
No, looks like this this could fall very quickly. DT is making its way inside of his opponent's base.
Lazy Zealots.
Yeah, no kidding. That DT has already snagged 5 worker kills and then runs away, so that DT actually ended up being worth it.
No kidding, yeah. I'm actually really surprised he got in there like that.
And we have a Dark Shrine actually coming up for Elfi as well.
What? All right. Well, he knows his opponent doesn't have detection, so why not? Why not go for the Dark Shrine and kind of take advantage of that, especially if you know your opponent is on one base. If he made a Dark Shrine and he made a Twilight Council, he's going to do exactly what Real's doing, is go for Blink. He's not going to throw down a Robo. So a great decision, I think, by Elfi to go for his own Dark Shrine here.
All right. Well, let's see if that was picked up on. We'll take a look at... Oh, excuse me there. DT needing to slip on by. No, he has not picked up
I'm just invisible
on this Dark Shrine in any way, shape, or form, so wasn't able to get back there in time.
Yeah.
And a 5th and 6th
is he actually just going to wall in? He could. He's got Blink, and he has the ability to warp in outside, but...
And we do have a Warp Prism coming up now for Elfi as well, so he's being
DT drops.
Pretty greedy, though, I have to admit.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. He knows he's got a pretty decent lead right now, so he can afford to do that. He is down on supply, though, however, now. So it's not like this lead is something he can kind of just sit on. I think the big advantage is definitely going to be the Dark Shrine. I mean, if DTs get in real space and there's no detection, that's it. Oh, no, he loses the Warp Prism right away, though. That doesn't help.
There goes 200 minerals.
Oops.
So let's see now as Elfi's bringing in a few more units. Of course, he'll have another Warp Cycle as soon as this Dark Shrine finishes up, and an additional 2 more gateways, and has enough gas saved up for 3 DTs for now. Will be 4 by the time that Dark Shrine hits.
Yeah, so will he be able to get those DTs into his opponent's base? It's kind of the big question right now, and he's going to spawn them actually forward there. Interesting pylon position. It's a place you would never really think to look, which makes it good. Here comes the attack, though, by Real.
Yeah, he's going to start making his way in. Nice defensive position set up here for Elfi, and does have a sentry back there as well. Here come the DTs.
And they're going after the Robo right away.
Bye-bye.
Yes, Elfi does kind of catch Real off guard here.
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to force Real right up the ramp. He does try and blink, and he runs right into a couple of Zealots as well.
Nice.
There's a DT in the mix in addition for Elfi, and unfortunately most of the blink stalkers for Real are just going to die.
Yeah, if you blink on top of DTs and Zealots, it usually doesn't end up too well. GG from Real, and Ace